Indian authorities say 10 or 11 terrorists did all this damage over 3 days at 10 separate locations in India. Fran, you buy that?
Nonsense. Complete nonsense. There's no way that a multi-pronged attack like this, as sophisticated logistically as it was carried out by 10 or 12 people. It would have required people on the ground. They'll be very difficult to find, but there would have been ground support inside Mumbai, inside India, and that ought to be the name of the game right now, is to identify them, because until you identify and wrap up the network, you continue to be at risk.
This was obviously a shrewdly planned attack. What we don't know is whether this is more of a reflection of the trouble that never has stopped existing between India and Pakistan, or whether this is a part of the sort of worldwide Islamist terror movement, or both.
That certainly is a speculation that had Pakistani elements.
A lot of intelligence, counterterrorism experts are pointing a finger at this group, Lashkar-e-Tayyiba.
The experts seem pretty confident that the group that's behind it is Lashkar-e-Tayyiba, which is an Islamist group founded originally out of the grievances in Kashmir.
Lashkar-e-Tayyiba is known to be an affiliate to the Al-Qaeda school of thinking. They, in fact, had provided a number of bodyguards to Osama bin Laden in the past. They were actually accused of being behind the attack on the Indian Parliament in December 2001, which almost brought India and Pakistan directly into war with each other. And they're known for carrying out what's called a Fedayeen attack. That is, individuals that aren't suicide bombers. They try and kill as many people as possible and then die in a hail of bullets in the ensuing shootout with the authorities. Very similar to the tactic that we saw in Mumbai just now.
Lashkar also has a pamphlet that they've published that they all believe in, Why We Wage Jihad. It's this classic Al-Qaeda Islamist doctrine. They wage jihad to recapture all Islamist lands in Europe and in Asia, and to kill the infidel, and to kill Hindus, to kill Jews, etc. And of course, that's what the attack was. If this were just a Kashmiri issue, why did they go to the Jewish Chabad house and kill Jews? And why did they want to kill foreigners and wealthy Indians and attack the symbols of Indian success? So it is part, I think, of the worldwide jihadist attack.
Lashkar-e-Tayyiba is a group that has been banned in Pakistan.
Certainly not the sanction of the civilian government, but perhaps sanction from some of the rogue elements inside the intelligence services.
Was this group, though, created by Pakistani intelligence?
There's no way for me to know who created it, but we do know that it existed in Pakistan and operated in Pakistan until it was banned.
Was it created by Pakistani intelligence?
Pakistani intelligence was instrumental in helping to create it at the outset. These days, it's not at all clear that Pakistani intelligence has any direct control over this group. At one point, it helped.
What about rogue elements in Pakistani intelligence?
I'm skeptical of that at this point. I'm very skeptical of that because, for the most part, Pakistani intelligence is very responsive to civilian authority. The larger problem is this. Pakistan has its own internal terrorist problem that is preoccupying the Pakistani intelligence and military. And if anything, I would suspect that Lashkar may have gotten off the leash here and may be operating beyond the scope of any direction that it might have received in the past.
Pakistan has suffered its own bouts with terrorism now in the settled areas. This is well beyond anything that Pakistan would have sanctioned or supported.
When you have terrorists at work, it is not the work of the Pakistani government.